Okay, there's about 128 million households in this country. Okay, that's 128 million. Now, of those, for those 128 million, the government is giving out in grants $4,842,000,000. Okay, that's in 2025, and that's up from $4.4 trillion. So they're given $400 billion more this year than they were last year, and next year is going to go up again. So that means that's grants to individuals. This is individual grants they're giving out. Okay, now you take a look at our distribution by income of those 128 million households. Here's how for people making under $15,000 represent 7% of everybody. People making $15,000 to 30, that's another 6-7%. People making 25 to 35, that's about 7% again. People making 35 to 50, that's 10%. And people making 50 to 75 is another 15%. And that adds up to about 50% of households are making under $75,000. 50% of the households are making less than $75,000 a year. And that's sort of like the upper limits of a lot of basic living grants that the government has out. You know, that you've heard, you know, like SNAP and for housing and all those basic living expenses. They go up to incomes of $75,000. So at least when I grew up, I thought you had to be living in the street to be eligible for those basic programs, but you don't. That's not, or it's getting harder to live, either one. And actually, a lot of them even have more. I mean, you can get now grants for child care and things like that, up to $150,000. Grants to buy homes, up to $150,000 again. So that's big. Grants to go to college, over $125,000. Yeah. Actually, Harvard has grants to go to college. They'll pay for everything up to $200,000. So, but about $75,000 is the cutoff for most things, and it depends on family size and where you live, all kind of things. So you have to check out where you live, okay? But here's another interesting thing. Listen, here's a listing of countries and their rate of poverty. How many poor people does the country have? We rate number 1 in developed countries. So these are all the rich countries. There's about 34 of them. And United States has more poor people per population than any other developed country. So we're like twice of Italy, the United Kingdom, Canada. Canada's way down about 11-12% or whatever. So 17% are in poverty. I mean, I don't know how we become the richest people in the world and have more poor people than any of the rich countries. So we're not doing something right. But for the basic programs, here's where you start. There's a good website. They put out a list. It's called singlemotherguide.com. Now, you don't have to be a mother. You don't have to be a guide. You don't have to be a .com. But it has state-by-state listing of all the basic programs. And this is great to me. So you have cash assistance. You have for food. You have for utilities. You have for jobless. And you have medical care. So all those, and it has you there. It shows you there who's eligible and how much you get, things like that. So this is a place to start applying. Make sure you're eligible for each one of those. So you sign up, and that's one nice place. You don't have to go to Google. Actually, never go to Google unless you have money. Google is for people that have money, because everybody in Google wants to charge you money. You can't. It's hard to find these. There, that's right. You just stay away, because you'll get 200 million websites, and they'll all want to charge you money. Okay. Now, if you want more like that, you know, we have a service. It's called Let's Go Help, and actually today is the last day, midnight tonight. We have a special. We're closing a special offer we have. It's letsgodollar.com, and what we're doing is offering our service. Now, our service is really, if you pay us $1, it's a trial, so you only get 5 days to get 15,000 people that help you get government programs, help you apply. how to apply. They're available to talk to, ask questions or whatever. They're all there free. 15,000. There's 15,000 people that help each other get government grants. It's a community. We call it Let's Go Help, but if you want to get the dollar version, and that's a trial, Let's Go Help, it's $20 a month. But for the trial version of just $1, you get 5 days. $1, 5 days of all the personal help you need to apply to every grant you have. So in other words, if this link messes you up and not know what to do, you come to Let's Go Help. And you have members there, 15,000 of them, that's going to help you through this. Where else are you going to get that? And they're live on videos you can talk to and ask questions and all this stuff. And then plus we have our own grants. We get $50,000 to $70,000 every month of our own money, our profits every month, just to members. But that's not for the trial people. Don't get a chance of that. If you stay, the trial is for $1, get 5 days, and that's at Lesko Dollar, LESKODOLLAR.com. So LescoDollar.com. But, okay, if you don't want to give us $1 and you don't need help, download this report, okay? It's at tinyurl.com/LesGo500. Tiny, TINY, URL/LesGo500. And you'll get a report there that you could download. It has every state in it. And it has all the 500 programs for your state, the best 500 programs for your state for anything. How to get free financial assistance. Okay, that's one section. Another section is just for we want to start or expand any kind of business or nonprofit or an invention you're working on or just working at home. Or how about free dental help, mental help, even pet care or consulting help on any topic. There's a special listing for every state like that. Or real estate and housing is available. Job education, job training, all that. All these are free. 500 programs. You know, not basic incomes. These incomes, most of these programs have no income requirement. You know, for job training, there's no income requirement. Some do, but a lot of them don't. The main ones don't have an income requirement. Starting a business, no income requirement, but they still give you grants. Yeah. Real estate, well, again, some income requirements, but they'll go up to $150,000. Yeah. So it's a resource. Nobody has this anywhere in the world. So you can download that if you don't want to be a member. Okay, and that's all these websites, I get confused. I'm an old guy. Be careful. That's tiny, TINY, URL.com, COM, okay? tinyurl.com, COM/LESCO, LESKO, and then 500. That's for you to download the 500 government grants where you live, okay? So, and the deadline for our $1 offer to join Let's Go Help and to join 15,000 people that all are there to help you apply to every grant you're eligible for. They do it all day. That's why they know it. They know it better than me because they're applying for it. I know they're there, but I'm not applying. I have to go through the process like you do. So that's why these people volunteer. They're free help because they want to help each other. Why? That's why I call it a loving community. We help each other get the help we need. And it's available if you know where to go. And that's the key. Most people don't know where to go because the government doesn't advertise these things. So make sure. You want to join us? It's LescoDollar.com. Lesko, LESKO, dollar, DOLLAR.com. Okay, $1, 5 days, and it ends tonight, midnight, tonight, the 25th. Otherwise, tomorrow, it's going to be $20. But you'll be able to apply for the grants, too. But after 5 days, we bill you $20, and you become a regular member. So then you could do that. Okay, and if you want the free report, go to tiny, TINY, URL.com/ and then it's, what is it? Let's Go 500, okay? So that's free. The other one's $1 for LesGoDollar.com. That's tonight, midnight. Then it's gone, baby, gone.